In this comfortable seat, turn your palms down on your thighs. Close your eyes. Take this moment here to turn your attention inward. Encapsulate your attention upon the breath, your breathing. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to go today. Maybe front body, back body. But what I am receiving is that we're at this time of surrendering. There's no controlling. I've ever thought there was any sense of control. All of that has, on this 3D matrix level, has been revoked, has been claimed back. And so we're left at this moment, this abyss in time, kind of hanging, maybe free falling. So wherever you are, hopefully you're here in the present moment. Wherever you're seated, your physical form is sitting. Bring all of your attention to your breath and your breathing. Just simply feel the breath. Nothing to do with the breath, just feeling where are you breathing. And like an invitation, you send this invitation to your breath and you ask and you request, body, breath, breathing, can you breathe a little bit longer and slower and deeper? And the body, the breath responds naturally. The brain already knows how to do this. And all you need to do, the I within all of this, is use your mind to focus on the breath and breathing. And simply feel, as you breathe in, how your body expands, how the breath is received, where the breath goes in the body. Is it in your stomach, your mid-chest, your heart, your throat? And when you let go, you are letting go. You're letting go of all things, everything. Life as it was, life as it is. Life of our dreams, our futures, our prospects, even the dreams that we dream of, our possibilities. But within inside of us, there's this energy. There's this electricity. And there is this commanding presence that energizes us, electrifies us, animates us, gives us the opportunity to dream, to think we are something within this world. And this energy, this presence, this awareness, it's like an inner guidance counselor, an inner mentor, an inner coach. It whispers in your ear daily, wake up, move forward, try, just try. It tells us, our heart, that yes, you can do it. It believes in us fully and completely, zero doubt. Because there's this knowing through this presence that we're here. We're here with perfect purpose. A passion for our presence, a passion with purpose. So I ask all of you as we sit here together to unify the you with this great presence, with this great awareness. So that there's nothing you need to do, there's nothing that you need to think about. All you need to do is breathe, I guess. Knowing that you're being animated on your path. Animated on your path with perfect purpose, perfect presence, perfect passion, and your perfect imperfections. To unify yourself, this is the yoke, the union. This is the unified field of all awareness. To discover your breath, your breathing, the allowing, the calming, the soothing, the okayness of being here. Gently bow your chin to your chest so we can stretch to the back of the neck. Squeeze the chin to the chest. Make soft side to side movement with the head. Just run your chin softly across your chest so we can loosen through the back of the neck. Loosen through the inner ears. Loosen through the eyeballs and eye sockets and cheeks. We can stretch from the inside of our head, all the cavities and passageways. So move that half circle gently, side to side. Until the chin comes back towards the center. Squeeze the chin to your chest and really activate the throat center. Bring the tips of the fingers down towards the earth. Walk the fingertips away from you, from the sides of your bodies. And really stretch the tips of the fingers to the back of the neck. As you inhale, swing your arms up towards the sky. Palms start to look up. Interlace the fingers all the way to the webbing. Index finger straight, thumb is parallel, bring your head to neutral. Inhale, reach up. And we're going to make little circles with our fingers. So coming forward, doesn't matter which direction you go. And coming back, so just making circles with the upper chest. Squeeze the biceps towards your ears. Each time you lift your chin, your chest, look up a little. As you exhale, breathe out. And squeeze the chin to your chest. So when you're coming forward and we're squeezing, inhale, looking up. And just small circles. It's just your thoracic spine. We're loosening that part of the body. Next time you inhale and your hands are up and you're looking up, stop. Interlace the fingers all the way to the webbing and turn the palms up, bring your head to neutral, pull the hands back. Keep the fingers interlaced, place them behind your nape of your neck and lean back. Spreading your elbows out towards the side, breathe in. Eyeballs are soft, face is soft, full relaxation. Bring your head back to neutral, reach the hands back up towards the sky, fingers interlace except the index finger and thumb. Now you're going to go in the opposite direction. Every time you open your chest, you inhale. As you exhale, you bring your chin to your chest. So just thoracic spine. There's a little bit of an arm workout here because you have to squeeze your biceps towards your ears. And your arms have to be super straight. And then you have to imagine somebody's pulling your arms up and you're reaching up at the same time, but then you're softening your shoulder blades down. But again, we're just moving through the thoracic spine. Making these little circles. Let your eyes be soft, the tip of the tongue behind the two front teeth, a couple more. And slow it all the way down so you come all the way back through center. Interlace the fingers again, turn the palms up towards the sky. Pull the hands back, elbows out towards the side as you bring the hands interlace behind the head, lean back. Stay here and breathe. Keep pulling the elbows out towards the side. You can dip the right elbow down a little and press the left elbow back and see what that feels like. Lean back into your hands. Or hammock here. And then come through center and opposite side. The elbow that's up, pull it back. The elbow that's down, pull it back. Lean back. Come all the way through center. Keep the fingers interlaced, turn the palms up. Pull the hands back. Release the hands behind the spine, interlace the fingers all the way to the web, pull the knuckles down, chin away from the chest, look. Keep pulling the arms down, keep stretching through the front of your throat. And then bring the head to neutral, shake out the hands. And come to all fours. So bring your hands right under the shoulders. You can point the toes back. Spread the fingers on the mat. Look at the tips of the fingers. Press them each down the pads into the earth like they're little roots, and they're going down into the ground. And then you're trying to claw the mat. Make sure the knees are right underneath the hips. Point the toes back, and then drop your navel and drop your heart. Let everything sink through your arms and your legs. So it's just your legs and your arms holding you up. Even let your head hang. Stay here. While you're in this position, see if you can imagine that you're pulling your wrists toward your knees and your knees toward your wrists. So there's a little bit of a tension in the middle body. And then relax that. But do that 2 more times as you pull your hands and your knees towards each other. They're not going to move because they're stuck on the sticky mat. And relax. 1 more time. And press the ground away from you. And your upper chest, where it's kind of hanging down, press it into the mat so you make these muscles on the side of your ribs nice and strong. Tuck the toes under, look straight down towards the ground. Lift the knees off the mat just an inch. Stay here and breathe. Keep the knees off the mat. You're going to bring your hips towards your heels. So your arms are holding you up and your toes are tucked under and your knees are floating. Stay here and breathe. Take another deep breath. Now lift the hips high towards the sky, downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously and then pedal out one leg at a time. So just straighten one leg and bend the other knee super deep. So you're kind of rolling over the foot here, rolling through the foot, finding all the creases in your feet and your toes, as well as stretching out your hamstrings, stretching out your hips. It feels good to wiggle your hips side to side. You can wiggle your hips side to side. Do that a couple of times, just bending one knee, straightening one leg, wiggling the hips side to side while you do that, so that feels like. And then slowly find stillness, let the head hang down towards the ground. Even if the knees are bent, that's good. The heels can be off the ground too, or the heels can be coming down towards the earth. Whatever's right for your practice now. Take 2 deep breaths, just being still. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the balls of the feet and slowly walk the feet on the tippy toes and the balls of your feet toward your hands. When they make it toward your hands, stay here. Look down towards the ground. As you exhale, heels to the mat. Fold in, nose to knees. And then inhale to the balls of the feet. Squeeze the ankle bones, come light on the tips of the fingers. Then heels to the mat. Chin to the chest. Curl in. Inhale to the height of the balls of the feet. Pull your heart forward. Exhale, heels to the mat. Knee to nose to knee. 1 more time. Inhale. Listen carefully. Bring the feet together. Bend the knees. So we're going to come into a little bit of a toe stand here. You can use your tips of the fingers on the ground. If you wobble, that's good. Bring your hands to the place of your heart if you can. Stay here and breathe. Just for a moment, we're going to see if we can close our eyes. Cheat if you need to. Then open your eyes. Keep squeezing everything towards the midline. Squeeze your ankle bones together. Then we're going to straighten the legs, still with the heels off the mat. See if you can come up. See if you can come up. Heels up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then heels to the mat. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Feel your nervous system. Feel your heart beating. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Bow your chin to your chest. So the sacred space where you stand, the space where you are, presence that you are. Take a moment just to reflect and to see what it is that you need now in life to help you surrender into the flow. What can you let go more of and release more into? So as we are hanging here in the abyss where we're free falling, free floating, what can you float into, fall into? What haven't you done yet? What have you been too afraid to do? How can we let go of the past? So open your mind, your awareness to receive that, what it is that you need. And bow into that, allow that to be your intention, let it be set. Maybe as simple as trusting, hoping, knowing. Gently lift your head up, bring it to neutral. Softly open your eyes, looking straight ahead, not at anything, not judging, just looking through it. Soften the gaze. Inhale, swing the arms up, look towards the palms. Soft back bend. Stay here and breathe. Interlace the fingers all the way to the women. Squeeze your legs towards the midline. Exhale, come to neutral. So the head is right over the hips. And the fingers are straight up towards the sky. Inhale here. And then we're going to do that sort of upper body. Again, we're going to do that little circle with your upper body. So it doesn't matter which direction you go in. You make a few circles going in one direction. Squeeze the biceps towards your ears. Squeeze your legs towards the midline. So coming up. A couple more. Keep squeezing your legs towards the midline. So you can squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Next time you come up, keep the fingers interlaced. Include the index finger and turn the palms up towards the sky. Bring your head to neutral. Take the arms out wide, the elbows bending out to the side. Lean back into your hands. Stay and breathe. So you can be a little bit deeper. A little bit of a back bend here. Press the soles of the feet into a mat. Big breath in. Big breath out of the mouth. Inhale, keep the fingers interlaced. Index fingers straight, thumbs are straight. Now go in the opposite direction. Whatever direction you're going, if you can't remember, it doesn't matter. Just make little upper circles with the upper body. Just loosening that thoracic spine. And again, feel the thoracic spine, the case right behind your heart center. We're trying to loosen all of that so we can let go, we can unlock what was in the past, release it out to the side, let it go back into the universe for recycling. Here we're just loosening up our heart so we can really trust and have faith and be in this moment. Let's do a couple more. Next time you come through center, stay up there, interlace all the fingers, turn the palms up. Look up. Pull the hands back, bring the head to neutral, bring the hands behind your head. Again, lean back into your hands. Squeeze your legs towards the middle. Stay here and breathe. So you can lift your toes off the mat and make your quadriceps nice and strong. So you can lean back a little bit more. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, palms together. Exhale, you're going to fold forward, hinging at the hips, bend your knees on the way down. Head towards the knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands flat, we're going to step into a high plank. On this high plank, we're going to pull our shoulders towards our ears and then let our heart sink through and then press the ground away from you. So it's like a little circle, shoulders towards the ears, shoulder blades back, and then press the ground away. Shoulders forward to the ears, back, and then press the ground away from. So these little circles for the shoulders. So we can do a couple of these. Maybe do it fast, maybe do it slow. And then downward facing dog. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Maybe the arms feel a little bit fatigued. That's okay. Take a deep breath in. Drop the head towards the ground. Inhale to the balls of the feet high. Exhale, heels to the mat. All the breath. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. 2 more times to the balls of the feet. Heels to the mat. 1 more time to the balls of the feet. You're going to stay here. Left heel's lifted, right leg reaches up towards the sky. Open the hip lightly up towards the side, but keep the legs straight. Press into your hands. Exhale, knee to nose so we can touch. Press the ground away from you. Step that foot lightly forward. Fingertips around the front foot. You're going to straighten the front leg here. Stay here and breathe. Pull this right hip back. Big inhale. Big exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Again, 2 more times, straighten. bend, straighten, bend. And from here, keep the knee bent, left hand stays where it is, right hand spirals up towards the sky. Then you can look down towards your front foot or up towards the sky. Now, wherever you are in space, keep the top hand where it is, bottom hand where it is, and slowly start to straighten the bottom leg as much as you can. Stay here. You should feel a nice stretch to the outside of this front leg. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, hand down towards the mat, bend into the front knee, hands flat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat, drop your head. One more time to the balls of the feet. Stay here. Right heel's lifted, left leg spirals up towards the sky. Leg is straight. See if you open the hip lightly towards the side. Keep the leg straight. Then exhale, knee to nose. If you touch. Lift your head, step that foot forward between the hands. Stay here for a breath. And then straighten the front leg. Stay, squeeze your sit bones towards each other. You can keep this front leg micro bent, whatever it is you need. Now bend into the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Keep that back heel lifted. Exhale, bend. Inhale, you're going to straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, stay here with the right hand on the ground. You're going to spiral the left arm up towards the sky. Make this back leg nice and strong. Take a deep breath in here. And now see if you can slowly begin to straighten the front leg as much as it can go. Keep the hands exactly where they are. Sit bones towards each other. Big breath in. Big breath out. Keep squeezing everything towards the midline navel and towards the lower spine. Big breath in. Exhale the top hand down around the front foot. Listen carefully. Step the back foot forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding. Crown of the head towards the mat. Walk your hands a little bit further back. Maybe you can bring your forehead towards your knees. Another big breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees. Inhale, hands come all the way towards the sky, straight to the legs. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Find your heartbeat. Inhale, swing the arms high towards the sky. Look up. Soft back bend. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Always bend the knees on the way down. Hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands flat, step to a high plank. Shoulders towards the ears, soften behind the heart center, and press the ground away from you. Pull the heart forward. We're going to press back into our heels. So the shoulders come away from the hands. And then we're going to press into our feet and bring our shoulders so the shoulders to the points of the fingers. And then press back into the heels so you're stretching your calf muscles. Press the ground away from you and then inhale, come forward. And then again, exhale, heels. And then inhale into the balls and press your shoulders forward, pass the ball tips of the fingers. One more time, heels. And then forward. Then lift the hips downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Keep the left heel lifted. Right leg spirals up towards the sky. Bend the knee. Open the hip towards the side. Keep that left heel lifted. Exhale, knee to nose so you can touch. Step the foot lightly forward. Slowly straighten the front leg here. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to nose. Stay here and breathe. You can slowly begin to peel the ball of your foot away from the mat so you're balancing on your heel. Pull your sit bones towards each other. Spread your toes like a flower. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend into the front knee. Bring the sole foot flat on the mat. Walk your hands slightly forward of your front foot and lift up the back leg. Standing splits. Crown of the head comes down towards the ground so you can lift your lifted leg a little higher. Now come to the tips of your fingers and see if you can lift your right heel off the mat. See if you can lift your lifted leg a little higher.
Exhale, bring that heel down. Float the left foot to the back edge of the mat. Hands flat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Crown the head towards the earth. Wiggle your head side to side. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Stay here. Keep that right heel lifted. Left leg opens up towards the side. Bend the knee here. Keep that right heel lifted. Another deep breath. And then exhale, need to notice if you touch. Set that foot like before between your hands. Keep that back heel lifted straight in the front leg. Squeeze your sit bones towards each other. Now you're going to peel the ball of the foot away from the mat. Stay here and breathe. Play your toes like they're lotus petals on a flower. On a lotus, I should say. Spread them wide away from each other. Scissor your hips. Another deep breath. Bring that foot flat onto the mat. Walk your hands slightly forward. And then lift up your your right leg, sorry. Crown the head towards the mat. Maybe you can play with a little bit of balance, fingertips off the mat, whatever feels right. Then bring your hands down, walk them closer towards your foot, and see if you can come up onto the ball of your left foot. Keep your left right leg lifted. Stay here and breathe. You'll slowly down towards the ground, hands flat, step back downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a high plank. Exhale, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. You can roll through your spine, you can bring the back of your heart towards the sky. Head comes through your loss, and then lift your hips downward facing dog. Do that 2 more times. Forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high towards the sky. Come high on the leg heel. Exhale, knee across the body. So you can touch your left elbow. And I extend this right leg out straight. So I'm going to just turn so you can see me. You can extend this right leg out towards the side. You bring your left heel down. So the right leg's underneath the body. The foot's going to be flexed. Both shoulders facing the mat. You're going to slowly lower your body all the way down towards the ground. So this right leg's getting a nice stretch. You can pop yourself up on your elbows. If that feels right. You can lean all the way down towards the ground if that feels good too. Whatever it is your body needs. This right leg, the outer hip is getting a nice stretch, the outer part of the leg, the foot is flexed. Your elbows on the ground help you to breathe a little bit deeper. Your back foot just pointed back. Big belly breathing. Put your hands under your shoulders, take your back toes under. You're going to lift back this right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, need to notice if you can touch. You're going to gently step that foot forward, straight in the front leg. Keep that left heel lifted. Squeeze your sit bones towards each other. You bend into your front knee, lift the back leg all the way up, standing splits. Big breath. Now, hands flat on the mat. You're going to take this back lifted knee, this left leg, and bring it on the outside of the right knee or ankle and bend the right knee. So we'll Shiva squat. You're going to reach the leg straight back up. And I'll Shiva squat. You bend both knees, bring the knee down so you can touch the outer part of the ankle. You reach back up. One more time. Reach back up, standing split. Put this top leg to the back edge of the mat. Straight to the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay here and breathe. Bend into the front knee, hands flat, step into a three-legged dog. Inhale to a high plank with the leg lifted. Inhale, three-legged dog. Inhale to a high plank with the leg lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale to a high plank. Exhale, three-legged dog, and then float the foot down towards the mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Keep that right toe lifted, leg swivels up towards the sky. Exhale, knee comes across the body, under the body. Touch that right elbow. Flex that leg out towards the side. Bring the left foot down. And then that hips right underneath your body to bring it all the way down towards the ground. Shoulders face the earth. That back foot, you can tuck the toes under, you can point the back toes. So you should feel a nice stretch in the outer part of this left leg. Let your belly move with your breath. Let's take a few more deep breaths here. Both hands under the shoulders, tuck the back toes under. Now lift this left leg high towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step up it lightly forward, straight in the front leg. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. Exhale, knee to nose, stay. Then slowly into the front knee. Walk the hands forward. Find yourself in a standing split. Lift the leg a little higher. And now bend both knees. You're going to float this lifted knee, the right knee, to the outside of the left leg. And inhale, reach back up. And again, exhale, touch. Reach back up. Touch. Crouch in here. Reach back up. Hands flat on the mat. Float this right foot to the back of the mat. Lift up the left leg. And then inhale to high plank. Three-legged dog. Inhale to high plank. Three-legged dog. One more inhale to high plank. So three-legged dog, and float this left foot down to the back of the mat. Slowly begin to walk your hands toward your feet. They can be hip distance apart. Take your first two fingers around your big toes. Thumbs touch the tips of those. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold and crown of the head towards the earth. You can bring your elbows out towards the side or pull the elbows back towards your ankles. Drip the crown of the head towards the mat and lightly bring your weight forward towards the balls of the feet. Close your eyes. Let the blood rush to your brain. Wiggle the toes gently. Inhale, straighten the arms. This time, Pada Hastasana. So palms right under the soles of the feet. So lift up your feet, walk your toes right to the creases of your wrists. If you need to bend your knees, do that. And press down with your toes, pull up with your arms. Slowly straighten your legs as much as you can. And drop the crown of the head towards the earth. Pada Hastasana. And you bring your weight forward to the balls of the feet. You use your toes and the creases of your wrists to give your wrists a gentle massage. And you're stretching your legs straight as best as they can go. Let your head dangle down, move your head gently side to side. Another deep breath in. Release the hands, slowly walk the hands back to the top edge of the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet, lift the right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose if you can touch. Step that foot lightly forward, straight in the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, from nose to knee. Wiggle your hips gently side to side. Keep that back heel lifted. Legs as straight as they can go. Peel the ball of your foot away from the mat so you deepen the stretch to the back of the leg. Spread your toes. Use that back leg, press into the heel and heel presses forward. Take another deep breath. Peel that foot back to the mat. Bring the back knee all the way down towards the ground. Bring your hands into your front knee. Press the body up. Inhale, hands come up towards the sky. Anjaneyanasana. You can interlace the fingers at steeple mudra or kali mudra. Reach up through the throat. You can interlace all the fingers. Bring the hands behind the head. Put the chin on the chest. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, reach your hands towards the sky, release the fingers. Listen carefully. Exhale as we straighten the front leg and swing your hands back. Chest comes down towards the thigh. Bend into the front knee. Inhale, the arms up. And then again, exhale, you're going to straighten the front leg, knee to nose. Inhale, reach your arms up. It's a little bit of a challenge with your balance. Straighten, knee to nose. Inhale, hands up. Straighten. Hands up. And then straighten and stay. You can flush your hands down around the front foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, nose to knee. Think about sit bones on the mat. You can point your back toes or keep them tucked under as long as you're using the back leg. Think about your sit bones equal on your mat, not moving out towards the side. Pull it back onto the mat. Take 2 more deep breaths. Bend back into your front knee. Lift up the back knee. Listen carefully. Step into your front foot and lift the back leg all the way up, standing splits. Crown of the head towards the ground. As you take this top knee to the outside of your right knee, or right calf muscle, bend both knees. Reach back up with the left leg. So this Shiva squat. Bend and touch. Reach back up. Bend and touch. Reach back up. Bend and touch. Listen carefully. Stay there for a moment. Now take this left leg behind your right leg so the legs are crossed. Walk the hands all the way towards the right side. You straighten both legs as much as possible. Pull the left hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Breathe through your side body. Let the crown of the head melt down. Shake up the head. And walk the hands across to the opposite side of the mat. Pull your hips back. Big body breath in. Big breath out. Walk the hands back to the center line of your mat. Step into the right foot. Lift the left leg high towards the sky, knee to nose. Then bend into your standing leg. Float that left leg to the back edge of the mat. Right leg straight up towards the sky. Inhale to a high plank with that leg lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank with the leg lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale to a high plank, leg lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then float the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale to the balls of the feet with the right tail lifted, left leg spirals up. Exhale, knee to nose if you can touch. Step that foot lightly forward. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay and breathe. You can bring your arms a little bit wider so you can help centralize you on your mat. And then peel the ball of your foot off the mat. Spread your toes as wide as they can go. Think about your sit bones coming towards each other. Find that on the outside and the under part of your front leg. What's the sensations that you feel? Don't back out of it. Back into it. Take another deep breath. Bend into the front knee, lift up your right leg, standing splits. Stay here and breathe. Lift up your lifted leg a little higher. Now see if you can bend both knees and bring that knee to the outside ankle. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, bend both knees, squeeze, Shiva squat. Reach back up. Bend both knees, squat. Now you bring that right foot behind the left leg. Straighten both legs and walk your hands all the way towards the left side. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Pull this right hip back. And then opening through the side body, squeeze your inner thighs. Big breath in. Big breath out. You're walking hands towards the right side. Keep squeezing the legs towards the midline. Big breath in. Big breath out. Walk the hands back towards the center line of your mat. Lift up your right leg, standing splits. Meet your knees. Gently float this right foot to the back edge of the mat. Hands flat. Step into a three-legged dog. Inhale to a high plank with the left leg lifted. Inhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Put the left foot down. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, drop the knees about an inch away from the mat. Stay there and breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring the knees all the way down. Keep your toes tucked under. Walk your hands back. So your hips come onto your heels. Now if you can't sit onto those toes, stretch, if you will. You can always point your toes back or bring a blanket underneath you like this, underneath your bottom and your thighs. This helps bring a little bit of the pressure off. So whatever it is you need, adjust your practice. So we're going to do some breath work, some bellows breath. Bellows breath is that big belly breath. So you can imagine that your belly is a bellow, and the breath is through the nose. It's sharp breath in, sharp breath out. Rest your left palm on top of the lap and the right palm on top of that. Thumbs touch. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and back. Then through the back of the neck and tuck your tailbone under. So we're going to start in through the nose, out through the nose. In. If you look down at your belly should be moving. Keep going. Inhale, hold. Exhale all the breath out. Hold the breath out. See if you can squeeze more breath out. Inhale. Hold. Release the breath. Normal breath. Point your toes back to sit on your heels. Turn your palms down your thighs. Close your eyes. You can do bellows breath one more time, just with the feet pointed back. If you can't sit like this, you can always come into a cross leg. You're going to take that same way, just the left palm down, right palm on top of that, and tips of the thumbs touching. So there's a little circle here, this empty space. This is our mind. This is the space that we're moving into, the emptiness of the universe. So again, it's big breath in and then out. Start at your own pace and find your own speed, your own rhythm. Keep going. Inhale, hold. Hold the breath. Squeeze the breath from your base all the way up into your head. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale the breath out. Squeeze every drop of breath out. Stay there. Empty your breath. Inhale, hold. Hold.
breath. Squeeze from the base all the way up your perineum, all the way up navel, and to the third eye, even through your ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Relax. Turn the palms down your knees. Eyes closed. What do you hear within you? What is the invitation to you now? When it's become clearer, we move not just the body, but to move parts of the brain, to create new patterns, new ways of thinking, new ways of unwinding, new ways of winding into, new ways of discovery. And gently open your eyes. You're going to sit onto one hip. You're going to swing the legs all the way around. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Flex the feet. Now if you have to sit on a blanket or a pillow, you can always take something under your hips, like this. I like to sit on something sometimes. It just soothes out the sit bones. Make sure it's nice and equal. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, you're going to fold forward, hinging at the hips. You're going to take your feet on either side or strap around your feet or hold onto your ankles. You're going to inhale to lengthen your body. And now we're going to press the body down towards the legs and press the legs down. You're going to inhale again, come halfway up. You're going to exhale, fold in. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold in, press the thigh bones down. 1 more time, inhale, halfway up. Now stay here. If you need to, chin to the chest if your hamstrings are tight. If your hamstrings feel open, lengthen through your spine. Press the thigh bones down. Make your quadriceps nice and strong. This is an internal reflective pose. West facing, Paschimottanasana. Take 2 more deep breaths. Press the thigh bones down. Keep the length through the side body. And the hands down towards the ground, and slowly walk the hands back towards your perineum, chin to your chest. As the shoulders come over the hips, inhale, arms come up. Look up. Exhale, chin to chest, hands right next to the hips. Inhale, straighten the arms as you look up again. Exhale, chin to chest, look down, point to the nose, toes are flared, long, slow, deep breathing, Dandasana. Looking down the point of the nose. Hear the sound of your breath. Inhale, lift your head. Lift your arms towards the sky, bend your right knee, hold onto your right foot or ankle, and you're going to slowly straighten this right leg out. Press to the ball of the foot and sit nice and tall. Inhale. Now bend the elbows out towards the side, pull the leg in towards you. Make the leg straight, even if the knee's bent, that's fine. You're just trying to find your hamstring. Look up towards the toes if it's in your practice, or look knee to nose. Whatever is right for you. Bring your weight forward so you're not rounding your spine. Lift the spine up. Take another deep breath, yeah? And then slowly release that leg a little bit from the body. You're going to take that right foot with the left hand on the outer edge and slowly turn, bring the leg across your body and hook your right thumb to the crease of your right leg, yeah? And then look over your right shoulder. You can also take your right arm out towards the right. Nice twist through the spine. And a big breath in. Keep that leg twisting across the body. Just bend the knee and bring that knee right on top of the left knee. And flex this right foot. You're going to reach the arm straight up towards the sky. Look. Then you're going to fold forward, grab onto your ankle into the foot. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. You can use your chest, your chin on your knee. Or if you have a blanket or something, and press that down. Or a pillow. Stay here. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. You're stretching your bottom leg and you're stretching your right hip. 2 big breaths. And 1 more big breath. Bring your hands to the ground. Walk yourself all the way back up. You're just going to lift up this right knee so the right foot is flat on the mat.
You're going to wrap this left arm around the right knee and take your right arm back. Fingertips behind you. Use the back hand to lift the spine. And then exhale, twist to the spine. You can look over your right shoulder. Now you can dip your left ear to your left shoulder and stay here and breathe. Nice twisting through the spine. Pull that right hip slightly back. Even as you twist the spine. Take another big breath in. Twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come through center and take this right foot in both hands straight in the front leg. And exhale, knee to nose, you can touch. Lift your head, release the hands to the sky and slowly float this right leg down towards the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands over your feet. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, nose to knee. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, lift the body back up. Bend the left knee, grab that left foot with both hands, straighten out the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows out towards the side. Remember to round your spine, lengthen your spine. Look towards the big toe if it looks good, or feels good, or need to know. Whatever you need. And pull that leg slightly away from you. Take the right hand on the opposite side, the outer part of that left foot. Pull the leg across to the right. And take this left leg, or left arm back. Look towards the left hand. We're twisting through the spine here. Even hook the thumb in the outer crease down. Pull that crease down. Whatever feels right. Big breath in. Big breath out. And you bring this left foot in the outer part of this right foot. You wrap this right arm tightly around this front knee. Left arm comes behind the spine, tips of the fingers press into the earth to lift the spine up as you inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now you can drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Even take this back hand behind your spine if it feels good. Whatever feels right. Another big breath in. Big breath out. And I'll bring the head up. Take this left leg straight up towards the sky again. And exhale, knee to nose, you can touch. And I'll lift your head, release your hand, slowly lower this left leg down, reach up. Exhale, fold forward again, maybe hands over the soles of the feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in, knee to nose. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Slowly walk your hands back towards you. If you're sitting on your blanket, take your blanket out the way. You can always put the blanket where the knees are going to be. Inhale, bring the feet flat onto the mat and hands up towards the sky. Slowly lower the body all the way down towards the ground. Make sure there's nothing behind you, so you're not going to knock your head on anything or your back. And come all the way down. As the shoulders come down to the ground, bring the knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. Hands right underneath the creases of the knees. You're going to inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Bring the hands flat to the mat in a T position. Inhale here. Exhale, knees towards the right. Slowly all the way down towards the earth. Place your right hand on your knee. Look over your left hand. Turn the left palm up. Stay here and breathe. Breathe all the way from your belly into your heart. Feel the twisting through your spine. And both hands down on the earth again. Press into the palms. Bring the knees up through the center to the opposite side. Knees come all the way down. Left palm can rest on top of the top knee. Right palm turns up. And look over the right hand. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Feel your belly moving with the breath. Feel that engagement, that entrainment. Feel your heart moving. Your breath moving. Hands flat on the earth. Press into your palms. Bring the knees back up. Bring the knees to center. Do a little sit up here. Wrap your arms tightly around your knees. So you can grab into opposite elbow. Bring the head back down so your sacrum curls away from the earth. Inhale here. As you exhale, forehead towards the knees. Empty your breath. Stay here. Stay empty your breath as much as you can. When you need to, you bring your head slowly back down. Whenever you need to, you stay there, empty your breath for as long as you need. When the head comes down, bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Palms down, slide each heel out to the wider edge of the mat. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky. You'll reach up as if you're holding a basketball. And then from the inner edges of your shoulders, you'll melt everything down towards the ground. And then once that's melted into earth, float your hands down to the sides of the body's palms up. As soon as the hands reach down to the earth, just feel your whole body melting. Every molecule within you now resting. Like you are made up of water, and it's just molecules of water supported, balancing on each other, on the earth. The body takes care of itself. You can feel your body's breathing naturally. You don't have to think about it to breathe. Your heart beats. There's nothing you have to do about it. The heart beats. Every part of your body now resting. So as we rest in this space, I ask you to call upon whoever you deem to be the creator of the universe. Maybe it's just the universe. Maybe it's Buddha. Maybe it's Isis. Maybe it's some Peruvian, Mayan god. Whoever you call on as the creator. I ask for you to invite them into your space now. Simply invite them, call them by name. And as they enter the space, or your awareness entrains upon their energy, as you're resting here, this resting is a realization that you're just here, you're just it, you're just this space. The body's just a temple. So all these inner churnings, these things that make us uncomfortable, not at ease with ourselves, not in gratitude, maybe the things that we worry about. So you are resting here. All that stuff, all that nonsense doesn't make sense. Your creator, the creator that is you, is here to take away, to whisk away, to wash away, to dilute and dissolve all of that uneasiness, that misalignment. And you are the offering. So just offer yourself by relaxing more. And all that's not of you, that's not you, it's dissolving. And the creator that is here, reassuring you, saying, rest now, surrender now, fall back into the abyss and allow me to be your guide, allow me to be your support, allow me to be your savior. So rest now, rest now, rest now.
very slowly, gently, discovering your breath once more in your body breathing, and you, your presence, perfectly placed within you, perfectly placed within this place that you are. As awareness grows, so does the breath. So feel your chest rising, feel your chest falling. Again, breathing in deeply, finding your awareness, finding your skin, finding how the air touches your skin. So if you can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your nose, your toes, your eyelashes. Find some movement in the hands and the feet, inviting in that movement. Pointing and flexing the feet, making gentle circles with the wrists, spreading the palms wide open. And then on your next inhale, pull your arms over your head. You're going to stretch up, reach, reach, reach. Stretch the side bodies, maybe rocking the head side to side. It feels good. Open the mouth, together tongue. Squeeze your eyeballs with your eyelashes. Take another deep breath. And then roll to one side of your body, just curling up into a tiny ball. A little seed. Time of rebirth, the embryo. So if there's one thing that you can take with you from this moment forward that will help you free fall into life, to embrace all of life, what is that one thing you can take with you now? Maybe something has become clear. Maybe something has become dissolved, resolved. What is that one thing that would beckon a smile to your lips? What is that one thing? Can you see yourself in it now, living, free-flowing, allowing, and seeing the universe there with you in every moment? Let it beckon a smile to your lips. Bring your hands to the earth. Give thanks. Thank you for our nourishment. Thank you for our support. Press your hands to the earth. Lift the body back up to find a comfortable seat. We'll place our hands right over the place of our heart, one palm on top of the other, pressing down. Place where you can feel your breath, your breathing, your heart beating. Feel the rhythm that you are. Take a deep breath in. Blow all the air out. We'll take a breath in as one. Turn to your chest. Offering gratitude for all things life presents, that all things that life gifts us. Bring the hands together, Atma Anjali. Put the thumbs to the place of the third eye, honoring that space of inner guidance, intuition. I thank you. From my heart to yours. May you always be blessed. Namaste. So lovelies, I thank you for being here. I'll see you on Thursday. If there's anything you wish to share, otherwise I'll quickly pull us a card too, so we can have a little inner guidance on the path ahead. Let's see what is revealed to us today. It's Kuan Yin. This is always Kuan Yin when she comes up like this. This is Kuan Yin. The star theme is a star theme that's been coming on for a while. This is Goddess of Compassion, which is Kuan Yin. Compassion in the sense of that she will do anything for you to bring you a feeling of release and upliftment and to surrender in. She's also a goddess of love. She's a goddess of the moon. So when we're working with our moon cycles, it's calling Kuan Yin. It says on the card, says self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. So maybe on some level, some of us can relate to that piece. Our self-criticism. So what we've been releasing is this old stuff, this old story of letting go, so that we can really move into this place of our own compassionate self. How do we want to move back into the world? See, the one side is this yellow, and it's kind of like a strange, like stuff's going on in the back of the card here. It's not really like painted nicely, if you will. Whereas the French is these stars and they're rising and there's new opportunity and there's like something's growing here. So we're moving away from like this past arena, this place where maybe we're doing too much, this yellow, into this place of healing. So this is us moving into this place of healing. That's also enlightened thinking. So lightening the way that you're thinking. I would wear purple. I would also focus on the third eye and see what's coming in. There's new opportunity that is arising for all of us. The star theme has been coming on. If you're watching on Instagram, last week there's a lot of stars. I think that we're receiving external help from beings above and beyond us. So goddess of compassion. Mani Padme Hum Quan Shin Yin is the mantra to call her in. So if there's anything you want to share, I'd love to hear from you.